God bless. I want to give honor to God who is the head over my life. So I'm reading from Ezekiel chapter 3, verses 16 through 27. The Lord laid this in my spirit to give to the people of God. I hope everyone is having a blessed morning. My subject is Ezekiel's task as a watchman. At the end of the 7 days, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the people of Israel, so hear the word I speak and give them warning for me. When I say to a wicked person, you will surely die, and you do not warn them or speak out to dissuade them from their evil ways in order to save their life, and a wicked person will die for their sins, and I hold you accountable for their blood. But if you do warn the wicked person, they do not turn from their wickedness or from their evil ways, they will die for their sins, but you will have saved yourself. Again, when a righteous person turns from their righteousness and does evil, and I put a stumbling block before them, they will die. Since you did not warn them, they will die for their sin. The righteous things that person did will not be remembered, and I will hold you accountable for their blood. But if you do warn the righteous person not to sin, and they do not sin, they will surely live. But they took warning, and you will have saved yourself. The land of the Lord was on me there, and he said to me, get up and go out to plan, and there I will speak to you. So I got up and I went to the plain, and the glory of the Lord was standing there, like the glory I had seen by the Kaba River. And I fell face down. Then the Spirit came unto me and raised me to my feet. And he spoke to me and said, go shut yourself inside your house, and your son of man. They will tie with ropes. You will be bound so that you cannot go out among the people. I will make your tongue stick to the roof of your mouth so that you will be silent and unable to rebuke them. For they are rebellious people, but when I speak to you, I will open your mouth and you shall say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Whoever will listen, let them listen, and whoever will refuse, let them refuse, for they are rebellious people. So I have read Ezekiel chapter 3, verses 16 through 27. It's talking about Ezekiel as a watchman. And it's basically saying, like, after the end of the 7 days, the Lord came to Ezekiel and told Ezekiel to give the people of God the warning um, that whoever this wicked person is, you will surely die. And if you do not warn if you do not warn them or speak out to dissuade them from their evil ways, in order to save their life, that wicked person will die for their sin, and I will hold you accountable for their blood. But if you do warn the wicked person and they do not turn from their wickedness, it's from their evil ways, and they will die for their sins, but you will have saved yourself. So in everything that you do, turn from your wicked ways. The Lord sees things that I don't see, but I get it in messages. I get messages from God. Sometimes I get messages from the Lord, okay, to give to the people of God. And if you go back and research seraphim, angels, they were only sent to bring purity and light. They were sent to bring love to a world. They were closer to God. So they got their messages from God, okay? So they were only sent down here to do one thing, and that was to bring peace on earth, to bring love on earth. And after their mission was done, they were to go back up to heaven, okay? Their job was only one thing. Their job was only to bring peace, love, and purity, to bring justice, okay? and that's the job they had. Um, so, so if I don't give the warning, then the people's sins are mine. But if I give you the warning, then your sins are your own. Okay, your sins are your own. So, and this is talking about how Ezekiel was angry not at God, but at the sins and attitudes of people. Ezekiel was extraordinary vision had ended, and he had begun the tedious job of prophesying among his people, who cared little about God before exile still in Judah. The people had heard Jeremiah, but they refused to listen to him. Here, Ezekiel had to give similar messages expected to be rejected. Well, but Ezekiel had a vision of the four living creatures and the rumbling wheel to back up his message. He had nothing to fear because God hold him was strong despite knowing the probable outcome. Ezekiel obeyed God. As we grow, we have time of great joy when we feel close to God, and other times when a sin, struggles, illnesses, or the daily grind wears us down, like Ezekiel. We should obey God at all times. We should obey God at all costs, even when we feel tired, frustrated. Don't let how you feel hinder your obedience. Ezekiel sat quietly among the people for 7 days. This was the customary period of mourning for the dead. Ezekiel was mourning for those who were spiritually dead. Was the name of settlement of Jews who had been exiled from Jerusalem. A watchman of Joel to stand on the city wall and warn the people of approaching danger. Ezekiel's role was to be a spiritual watchman, warning the people of judgment to come. For more, the watchman responsibility. Some think that the phrase "I will hold you accountable for their blood" means that just a watchman's on the wall would pay with their life. If he failed to warn a city of approaching enemies, Ezekiel would have paid with his life. If he had refused to warn the people of coming judgment, others believe that the phase more generally means that God would simply hold Ezekiel responsible if he failed to speak up. So I read from Ezekiel chapter 3, verses 16 to 27. God bless.